Greetings, and we are back. Welcome to the channel where we talk about everything U.S. news, headlines, and everything in between. Happy Friday. We have made it one more week, and we are still going strong. Hope you had a good week, despite the crazy gas prices, despite the crazy everything. Hope sending you good vibes wherever you are. Let me know where you are, and let me know what some of your gas prices are right now. Okay, I'd be curious to hear. All right. And let me know what some of the biggest things that happened to you this week, or some of the biggest things that are affecting you right now. Again, my name is James. I'm from the US, from the Midwest. And actually, if you know much about the Midwest, there's not much going on there except for sports and farming, and I wasn't so good at either one of those. But I did have an affinity for the numbers, and that's how I got into engineering. Engineering was just math, charts, patterns, etc. And that's how I got my curiosity for the markets. And that's kind of where I got my curiosity. Let me know how you got involved, and share your story if you want to. Okay. Again, welcome to this channel. We're going to go over a lot of the news, a lot of headlines. So let's get right into it. Okay. Here we go. One of the first things we'll talk about briefly is we'll talk about Warner Brothers and how they just approved, the investors approved $110 billion sale for the Paramount Skydance, following a long battle with Netflix. We'll also get into this one here with IBM. IBM is tanking right now because the quarterly results failed to quell AI concerns. We'll talk about that. We'll also do a review on Tesla and how people reacted to their Q1 update. And one of the big things was their CapEx surprise. They had to spend more for AI, Optimus, and Robotaxi. And we'll talk about their chip fab build out as well. That's Tesla coming up. Also, we'll talk about the semiconductors like NVIDIA and Micron. They're on a remarkable streak. We'll get into that. And we'll also talk about TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor, because they just jumped up to record high as Taiwan just eased the single investment caps for funds. We'll talk about how that changes things for their investments, and also how TSMC is using a smaller, faster chip without needing to buy bigger tools from the Dutch company ASML. Josh, greetings. I just saw your message. It just flipped by. Hold on. Greetings, good morning, Josh, and happy Friday. Taylor, ATX, good morning, happy Friday to you too. Welcome, and good vibes. I'm Josh, Rich on AMD. Josh, yes, I saw your message. We've got that one coming up. AMD is on the list for sure. Hang with me, Josh. Good vibes. Taylor, let me know if you have a ticker symbol you want me to look at, because that's one of the parts of this program is we look at ticker symbols later on. And let's see if you had wait, Zach, I see your message. Top three. What if you had to choose? Run that by me again. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get rid of somebody's spam here. Hold on, I get so much. Sometimes I get a lot of spam on here. Taking care of this. Anyway, wait. Christian, stop spamming my channel. Goodness gracious. Okay. Taylor, ETN, I see you talking about chips. Have you looked at into? Okay, hold on. ETN. Okay, Taylor, hang with me for a second. Have you looked into Petro AI? Petro AI. Okay, Taylor, it's on the list. Both I've got your ticker symbols on the list. Thank you very much, and thank you for those likes and shares. I do appreciate it very much. So, we're back to back. Ezra, okay, interesting. Both my lives were back to back for you. That's interesting. How did that work out? Yeah, let me know. I'm not quite sure how that worked out, but I hope you enjoyed them anyway. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I get all these messages here. Zach, let me know what you mean. top three of what to pick. Okay. Ezra, no idea. Don't worry, this is not gonna be a boring Friday. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to talk about TSMC. We're also going to talk a little bit about how Meta. Let's see, Ezra PLTY. Got you. PLTY. Okay, Ezra, that's coming up. I'll get those ticker symbols in our that part of the program. So Meta is cutting 8,000 jobs, and Microsoft is offering buyouts to staff as AI spending cuts hit big into tech workers. Yes. So yeah, if you Meta and Microsoft are both. Microsoft is offering let's see, that's here soon. 10,000 of its 10% of its workforce, or 8,000 jobs. That's Meta, and then Microsoft is offering voluntary buyouts to some employees. That's coming up. And another one we'll talk about. Microsoft. Speaking of them, they have. There is just a lot of spam. Oh my god. Let's see. Sorry guys, if you see all the spam on here, I apologize about that. I'm not sure how to get rid of all of it. But yeah, let's see. Okay, there we go. And got it. Okay, I'm just making sure I try to get all these messages. They flip by so fast. Okay, again, also with Microsoft expanding to Australia with an $18 billion investment. We'll talk about that. And then right here, let's see, Jim Sam, greetings and good morning. Happy Friday, World Free Speech. Yes, good morning, good morning. Okay, also another, if you're a fan of Palantir, or if you're into Palantir, I get asked questions a lot about that. Minneapolis campaigners press Swiss National Bank to dump Palantir investment. We'll talk about that. Let's see, Sir Bits, greetings, hello. And let's see, another one we'll talk about is Intel's stock soars 20% as the results top estimates, with chip makers showing signs of growth. So if you're into Intel, we'll be looking over that one as well. Another one is we'll talk about ServiceNow and some of the software companies. IBM will also look into Honeywell. Honeywell just missed its Q1 revenue forecast due to some of the impact in Iran. We'll look into them also right here. Nike, this is one that's been dropping like a rock here recently. It's also cutting 1,400 roles, and we'll get into that as well. Also, another one right here, Starbucks is actually turning things around. We'll get into that. Their loyalty program changes are drawing value-conscious customers back, okay? Again, just a little bit later on in our program, we will get to the ticker symbols that you all are looking for. Just put those in the comments, your ticker symbols. World Free Speech, Tesla will be investing. Okay, World Free Speech, tell me more about that. Tesla investing 21 billion into what? Let me know more. And yeah, we'll be looking into them later on in the program, but tell me your thoughts about that. Tell me more, please unpack that. Here we go. Rando Commando, cool name, APLD. Okay, Rando Commando, you are on the list. I got you. Here we go. APLD. And okay, Sir Bits, I got your message there. I'll look at that later as well. It's on the list. Good, guys. Keep the ticker symbols coming. We'll look at those soon. Okay. All right. Starbucks loyalty program, bringing back value-conscious customers, and we'll look at their chart pattern because it's going like that. All right, and let's see another one. Oh, yeah, we have to talk about this because right now, wow. If you've gone to the gas pump lately, let me know what gas is in your neck of the woods. Okay, Brent Crude is just soaring past 107. West Texas Intermediate is soaring past 97. So let me know what you're paying for gas. Let me know where you are and what you're paying for gas. I'd be curious to hear, as Brent and West Texas oil just keep going higher and higher and higher. And what? Let's see. And how is that going to affect your spring or summer travel plans? Do you manage to get? Okay. It doesn't want to let her rip higher. Yeah. Zaudomeri 8. Zaudomeri 8. Send me a message and we can talk more about that outside the stream, okay? And roll of the dice. Invest in oil to let her rip. Yeah, I get you. At least you're gonna win from all the. Yeah, I get you, mate. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, but let me know. Roll the dice. Let me know which companies or which ticker symbols you're into, and I can look those up later as well. Okay. And Zaudomeri, feel free to send me a message later on, and Zaudomeri, let me know which companies you're looking at. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Speaking about oil and stuff, here we go. Right here. Yeah, U.S.-Iran war evolves into naval standoff over Strait of Hormuz after both countries seize ships. Both sides are seizing ships, and that's not really good for anybody. And also, if you're curious how long this is going to last, the Dow Incorporated CEO says clearing the Strait of Hormuz logjam will take almost a year. Almost a year to clear all this madness. Wow. Because okay, Zaudomeri, yeah, you can also, for example, if you want, send me a DM right there. It's yeah, that'll work too. Either one. Okay, but yeah, so if you're, this doesn't just turn off and turn on. The Strait of Hormuz doesn't work that way. There's a backlog, there's a gem up, and according to Dow Incorporated CEO, it could easily take almost a year to get that cleared. So that's always another problem. And also this one right here. Here's a headline for you. Americans cut spending due to higher gas prices and see no relief in sight, according to a survey. And let me know, how is this affecting you and what are you cutting back on? Are you cutting back on entertainment, travel, food, medical care? What are you cutting back on? How is all the money at the pump affecting your life, okay? And let's go, okay, now let's go deeper. Oh, also, we will talk about how, because the petrodollar is going up, that means the value of gold and silver, because they are measured in dollars, is going down. So if you're into the miners, the precious metal miners, mining companies, they are also correcting, going down right now. Let's see, okay, Sirbits, right there, just send me a WhatsApp then, it's okay. I'm not allowed to DM you yet, okay. If you have WhatsApp, just send me a message, that's okay too. Right here, if you're into the metals and the miners, right now gold is dropping like a rock. It's at 4681 right now, 4681, yeah. And silver right now is down also to 74.78, yeah. You're welcome. And yeah, we'll be looking at some of the miners as well, because when the metals correct and go down, so do the miners oftentimes, all right? But let's go deeper here. All right, let's take a look into this. Okay, petrol is like $6 a gallon. Chris, thank you for the update. Oh, it's on sale, $6.50. Jesus, I'm just kidding. No, that's pretty insane, actually. Wow. Thanks for letting me know, Chris. $6.50. Okay, and let me know, for those of you, what's the gas prices where you're at? Let me know that, okay? Okay, one of the headlines that we're talking about right now, Warner Brothers investors approved $110 billion sale for Paramount Skydance following the long battle. Here we go. On Wednesday, Warner Brothers shared in a release based on preliminary. Here we are. The transaction is expected to close the third quarter of 2026. 450 in Utah. Okay. Rondo Commando 450 in Utah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And that's good price. I mean, let's see. Chris, thanks for the smiley face. That's good price. I mean, that 114, good profit. Yes, indeed. So it's 450. Okay, that one I pay for premium. It's dang 450 in Miami. Got it. Thank you for the insights on that. I appreciate the comments, guys. Okay, so this approval has been a long time coming, with Netflix initially won the bid for Warner Brothers with nearly $83 billion deal that was then outbid by Paramount, which offered to pay $31 per share, etc. But now, yeah, let's see the company would have roughly 200 million gross streaming subscribers, which is larger than most other streaming competitors. Whatever. But yeah, this $110 billion merger with Warner and Skydance. We'll be looking up them on TradingView later too. Again, a lot of these we'll do on TradingView. And right here, if you're looking at IBM, right now, IBM plummeted more than 10% on Thursday, joining a sell-off in names like ServiceNow and Oracle. Okay, so if you're looking at any of those, that's coming up. IBM's first quarter results failed to calm investor anxiety over AI impact on the infrastructure and software giant. Software sales grew more than expected, yes, but revenue in the company's consulting segment came in shy of estimates. Here we go. The enterprise information tech company maintained its full-year guidance of constant currency revenue growth above 5% versus estimates of more than 5.1%. Wall Street may view that as a cautious outlook given the company's recent closed Confluent acquisition, which is expected to contribute to additional revenue. Yes. Let's see. Joel. Joel. If you have a ticker symbol, just drop it in the comments, and we'll be looking at those later on. Let me know which company you're looking at. Joel, I got your message. Just put the ticker symbol there. Okay, Joel, Y1 Group, got it. Okay. After I go through some of the headlines, then we go into the ticker symbols. Stick around, Joel, for that, and it's coming up. All right. And then, yeah. In February, IBM plummeted more than 20%, its largest monthly decline in decades after Anthropic unveiled a tool aimed at modernizing a programming language that runs on IBM mainframes. Yeah, got it. Let's see. Dylan, I see your message. Do you have a ticker symbol for me? Let me know. And thanks for joining. Okay. IBM has pushed back against the narrative, arguing that AI will make its offerings more attractive. Oh yeah, we'll see. Okay, but anyway, we'll look into IBM in just a moment too. Also, we'll look. Let's see. I subscribed. I like to look at in your interest. Okay. Okay. That 114. I like to look at. Cool. Yeah. That 114. Just stick around. We're going through a lot of the headlines, and we'll go through the ticker symbols later on. Feel free to send me a message if you want, and we can talk more. But yeah, the stream is really more for general information and education, because this is an educational channel. I don't say anything suggestive or recommendationally on this stream, because the algorithm on the platform will ding it and restrict it, and so therefore it has to be kept like this. Okay. I have already on your okay, Mary, I'll look at it later after the stream. And let's see. Okay, Dylan. For example, Dylan, again, like I just told the other gentleman, on this stream is really just educational for information because of the algorithm. I'll get restricted if I say anything recommendational or suggestive on here. But if you want, you can always contact me outside the stream. We can talk more that way. And Miraj Hussein, ServiceNow, I got you. Okay. Yeah, ServiceNow is also in the news recently. Okay, and here we go. Okay, Joel SMX, I got your message. Okay, here we go. Good job, guys. Way to put the tickers here. Okay, no problem. Making sure I don't miss any of these messages. Got it. Okay. Also, we'll talk about Tesla later on with their. Actually, they beat some of their expectations, but it was really their capex that a lot of people didn't like, and that's kind of why their chart pattern dropped. Let's see. Ricardo, greetings and welcome. Okay. And Good morning. Good morning. Yes. And moving on here, we've got a lot to cover. Yeah, we'll also talk about NVIDIA and Micron because right now they are on a good streak as well, and we'll talk more about that. But yeah, and right here, yes, okay, yeah, this one right here. TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor, surged 5% to fresh all-time highs. Basically, the Taiwan regulator loosened the restrictions on how much funds can allocate to a single stock, and they surged to an all-time high on Friday after the island's regulator loosens the regulations. Under the revised framework, domestic equity funds and actively managed ETFs focused exclusively on Taiwan's stocks will be allowed to allocate up to 25% of their asset to any listed firm that carries a weighting above 10% on the exchange. Yeah, we'll be talking about, yeah, TSMC, whose shares hit a record high on Thursday last week, reported a 58% increase in first quarter profits, beating estimates as the boom of AI drives demand for chips. And we'll take a look at them as well as, yeah, again, we'll talk about Meta and Microsoft with all their layoffs and possible buyouts. And Nesha, Sophie, yes, no problem. Dun, dun, dun. I got your, good morning, Nesha. Yes, I got your message. Let's see. X, yeah, this channel is mainly for U.S. news, headlines, and U.S. Tickers. Yeah, ticker symbols. U.S. ticker symbols, mainly, yeah. And let's see. Here we go. Meta. And also, yeah, looking at Microsoft going 18 billion into Australia. I'll tell you a little bit about this. On Thursday, they announced 18 billion investment into Australia's digital infrastructure, which will see the technology giant partnering with Canberra on initiatives spanning cybersecurity, workforce upskilling, AI development, touting its largest ever investment in Australia. Microsoft said it would expand adoption of its Azure cloud computing infrastructure in the country by more than 140% by the end of 2029. The partnership would also see Microsoft expanding existing collaborations with government entities like Australian Signals Directorate, Australia's Signals Intelligence Agency, etc. Microsoft Thursday agreement builds on a previous $5 billion commitment in Australia in October 2023, which said it at the time was its largest investment in 40 years in the country. Okay. I see some spam here, guys. Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep this channel clean of spam, but it doesn't always work out. Yeah. Tim, it's okay. It's okay. There's no problem with that. Welcome. If you have a question, comment, or a ticker symbol, Tim, just put it there. It's okay. No problem. All right. Also going here. Minneapolis campaigners press Swiss National Bank to dump Palantir investment. Yeah, but the Swiss National Bank should sell its $1.1 billion stake in Palantir Technologies campaigners from Minneapolis at a meeting at the central bank on Friday, citing the firm's involvement in U.S. immigration enforcement operations. The Swiss National Bank held 6.24 million Palantir shares at the end of 2025 as part of its $725 billion or $922 billion foreign currency investments. Interesting. Palantir, the data analytics firm, is co-founded by tech billionaire Peter Thiel. Won a contract last year with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement to develop surveillance systems. So we'll be looking at that Palantir later on as well. I get a lot of questions about Palantir too. Right here, let's go into the next one. Talking about Intel. Again, they soared 20%. Let me look at this one for you. Reported first quarter earnings Thursday that blew past Wall Street expectations. Oh, sorry, I missed your message here. Are you, let's see. Atla 34. What I can do is I can look that one up for you later on when we go into the ticker symbols. I got your message there. We'll look at that one later as well, BTC. And then Dizzy, excellent question. Um, I don't think anything that goes straight up is sustainable. Just like everything else, there's always gonna be pullbacks along the way. But if you have specific questions about certain companies, just put the ticker symbol in the comments, okay, Dizzy? I don't have a video about. Okay, X. I get your idea. If you have questions about certain companies, put their ticker symbols there. And also, you can always, if you have specific questions about certain sectors or companies, just message me here and we can talk more later. But this is, like I said, an educational channel. So I generally share a lot of more information, but you can talk to me outside the stream if you want, okay? But yeah, Intel had good first quarter earnings that blew past expectations. Chipmaker jumped 20% after hours trading, and like earnings per share, 29 cents adjusted versus 1 cent expected, and revenue 13.58 billion versus 12.42 billion expected. Intel has been a Wall Street darling of late, with its up more than 80% this year as of Thursday's close, after soaring 84% in 2025. The chipmaker has been championed by Mr. T's administration, which turned the U.S. Into the largest holder last year. Yeah, so the current administration is a big holder of NVIDIA as well. Yeah, and also right here, we'll talk about service now that's coming up. Also, if you're looking into Honeywell, thank you very much for those likes and those shares. I do appreciate it. I really do. Thank you very much. And right here, Honeywell misses Q1 revenue forecast. Yeah, Honeywell tumbled more than 5% in pre-market trading on Thursday. And why? The industrial conglomerate issued a second quarter profit forecast that came in below Wall Street estimates, in part due to the Middle East war. The company highlighted a revenue decline in its process automation and technology business, citing a challenging geopolitical environment. Free cash flow of 100 million was down year over year, primarily due to the timing of collections stemming partially from the conflict. Let me see here. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the comment there. I don't know. Let's see. Find a company in Turkey. Okay. I see your message, X. Thank you very much. And then let me get to the intelligent report, change your view, strength of Taiwan. Okay. Daisy, interesting comments. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jimmy Lee. I appreciate that also. Okay, now that's Honeywell. Honeywell expects second quarter earnings in the range of $2.35 to $2.45 per share, compared with estimates of $2.56. Sales for the quarter are projected to be between 9.4 billion and 9.6 billion, below the consensus estimated at 9.73 billion. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit about Honeywell. Tech bubble collapse like .com. Jimmy Lee, I understand what you mean. Let's see. Yeah. Jimmy Lee, it very well could be. It just depends on which part you're looking at. But I know what you mean. Nothing goes up in a straight line. There's always going to be pullbacks. And I know I've seen the headlines that you're talking about. I know what you mean. Thank you, Jimmy Lee. Let me know if there's a specific company you want me to look at. Okay, and Pin Chung, I got your message. Got it. All right. Yeah. Also, one more here. If you're looking into retail, Nike is going to cut back at 1,400 jobs in the second round of layoffs this year. Nike has been dropping a lot recently. That's so. And also, we'll look at Starbucks, because their loyalty program is bringing back a lot of their good customers, and their chart pattern is going up right now. So we'll take a look at them. Okay, let's go to your requests first. Okay, I've got these in order. So those of you that just messaged me, you have a little bit of a line to wait. Ping Chung, you're going to be waiting, but stay with me. I'm getting to it, okay? So for the first one was, let's see, AMD, I think was the first one right there. The person asked me about AMD, this is for you. I hope you're still in the stream. Yeah, right now, as you can see, AMD, let me refresh this. Reload. Josh, that was you. That's right. You're rich. Indeed, you are. Okay, AMD. Thanks, Josh, for saying hello. My average 135. Oh, good for you, Josh. Good for you, Josh. Okay, so Josh, this is happy Friday to you. Yeah, right now AMD is at 305. Pre-market though, Mr. Josh, AMD right now pre-market is at 337. And if you got in at 135, good for you. Good job, Josh. And always a pleasure to have you in the stream. And yeah, so right now, analysts raised AMD price target to 320 from $280, citing multi gigawatt AI infrastructure deals with Meta and OpenAI, and highlights AMD CPUs, GPUs, and accelerators, and Helios rack for AI data center servers. Right now, yeah, holy smokes. Volume is at 45.6 million. Market cap is at 497 billion. And yeah, that's why I circled this. Look at this RSI right here, super overbought at 83. Let's see, steak dinner on me with Josh. Good vibes, indeed. I love it. Let's see. What about Intel? Yes, Menti. We are Intel is on the list. That's part of our program. We will be going through that ticker as well. So we'll talk about them soon. And Pin Chung, yes, I'll talk about the indicators too. Okay. Pin Chung, yeah, right here actually, just to give you Pin Chung a brief intro. Here's your RSI, Relative Strength Index, right here. That's your 70s, you're overbought, 30s, you're oversold right there. And these are just guides, okay? So don't take them for face value. And this is your neutral area, consolidation area right here in the center part. But look, that's why I say these are just guides, because they can go way overbought and stay that way for a long time. Look at this. AMD is super overbought right now, and it's way above the 70 line, and that's why I say it's a guide, but you know that it can't stay like this forever. So sooner or later it will correct and come down, Pin Chung. So that's one of the things with the indicators. I'll also show you kind of where it's, for example, how the neutral area consolidates. I'll give you an example of that later on, and I'll also give you an example of where it gets oversold. So there's that, Manti. And also just a brief intro since you asked. Let me show you this right here. I'll introduce you to the moving average convergence divergence, the MACD. Here you are, Manti, right here. The blue MACD line, as you can see right there, when it goes down against the red indicator line, bang, you have a downward chart pattern, as you can see right there. And also when it goes up against the red indicator line right there, you will see a chart pattern that goes up right there. Okay, see, it goes up against red indicator, it goes up on the chart pattern. Now, obviously the MACD is much more complicated and sophisticated than that, but that's just a super brief intro to that. And let's see, if you want more information about the indicators, just reach out to me, okay? And we'll talk about Manti, get your message. And yeah, Josh, love it, good vibes. Okay, that's AMD right now. Again, like I said, 305 pre-market, it's at 340. Good job. And let's see, do they have a hold on, let me see here. Do they have a Q1? No, okay. AMD does not have Q1 out yet. Okay, but when they do, interesting. Okay, that's AMD. Who was it? Thanks, Josh. Let me know if you have any others, Josh. BTC Bear is over. Daisy, oh yeah, we'll be looking at Bitcoin later on as well. We'll talk about that, okay? Thanks, Daisy. And the next one, the person that asked me about Eaton Corporation, if you're still in the stream, let me know. Eaton Corporation, for those of you who may not be aware, is a power management company which provides energy efficient solutions for electrical, hydraulic, and mechanical power, operates through Electrical Americas and Electrical Global, aerospace, vehicle, and e-mobility. That's a little bit about Eaton, and yeah, they are jumping up right now as well. Recently, they were down at 343, then they just rebounded. Look at this rebound right here. You're up here to 424, went from 343, I'm sorry, to 424. Now at pre-market, They are at 429, okay? And look at the RSI. The RSI went from 39 all the way up here to overbought at 71. Yeah. And let's see. For example, if you're looking for a couple of chart patterns, one that jumped out real quick here. Here's your head, left side, right side, neckline, and boom. The head and shoulders drops it down. I know this is not a shampoo commercial. I don't make the names for these charts. I just find them. So again, if you want to learn about other chart patterns, feel free to ask, reach out, let me know. Here's another one you can see. Here's your head, left, right, and then your neckline, bang, it drops it down. They also go the opposite way too. There's another reverse. They'll send it upward. I'll show you one of those later on. And then, okay, that's Eaton right there. Does Eaton have, let's see, right now, their volume is at 2.91 million. Market cap is at 164 billion. And right here on the earnings side, they don't have a Q1 out yet. Okay, well, we'll look for that later. But that's Eaton, also Petro AI. Here we go, Petro AI. Yes, let's see. Occidental Petroleum. For the person that asked about Occidental Petroleum, let me know if you're still here. Occidental Petroleum engages in the exploration and production of oil and natural gas. Yes, this is a good time to be talking about oil and natural gas for sure. As Brent Crude just surges through 107 and gas prices are going crazy at the pumps, anywhere from 650 to 450 to whatever it is in your area, let me know. It operates, Occidental operates through oil and gas, chemical and midstream and marketing. The oil and gas segment explores for, develops and produces oil and condensate, natural gas, liquids and natural gas. Perfect. And right now, yes, this one, look at the price of oil, and right now this one is definitely rebounding. It went from about 53 up to 57, and pre-market it's also at 57. This is why the person that was asking me about the indicators, again, these are just guides. It went all the way from 82 overbought and then corrected, came back down to 37. Now it's back up here in the neutral area at 50, okay? So also right here, let me give you an example of this for the person, Pinchung, okay, I got it. That ticker symbol Pinchung is on the list. Stay with me and I'm getting to them, okay? Right here, I wanted to show you this one. For the person that was asking me about the indicators, here's your example of consolidation. Here's your hidden ceiling. And then right here, basically your hidden floor. If you can see that right behind me, there's the resistance on top. There's the support on the bottom. You can call that a ceiling or a floor, whatever you want. And you can call it consolidation because it doesn't really go up or down. It just, like a little ping pong ball, stays in the same area. And you can see that right here on the RSI where it stays right there in that neutral area before finally going up or down. Yeah, that's that. So there you go. And then right here, again, Occidental Petroleum, you can kind of, sometimes you can see these chart patterns. Again, mine's on 1 day right now. If you look right here, here's your head, left side, right side, neckline. Then the head and shoulders brings it down. You can kind of see that, okay? And Occidental Petroleum right now, volume is at 9.73 million. Market cap is at 57.3 billion. And let's see, looking here at the earnings side, they don't have a Q1 out yet, okay? But they did beat their last 3 quarters earnings expectations, yeah. Hey, I really appreciate that guys. I see your likes, I see your shares, and I see your I see your subscriptions. I really appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the channel. Okay, going back here to also PLTY, BLTY. And I know I'm going through these pretty fast. If you want further information on the one you asked about, just reach out. Here is PLTI. For the person that asked about, here it is PLTY. Here we go. Right here. Oh wow. Okay, right now PLTY is sitting here at 35.85. Pre-market it's at 36.07, and volume right now is at 251,000. And yeah, actually it's sitting here pretty close to neutral at 40, 41, 44, right in there. Okay, if you want more information, just ask. And now let's go to the popular one that everyone's always asking me about, Tesla. Okay, Tesla. How many of you in this chat are looking at Tesla at the moment or are curious about it? It's always in the headlines. Here we go. Bum, bum, bum. One of the headlines here, let's see if I can give you this one. Where was it? Yeah, Tesla right here. Tesla is trading a little bit lower following the release of its first quarter earnings. Wall Street analysts generally encouraged but are very cautious. Tesla's larger than expected $25 billion capex guide caught many people off guard, and it is more than investors expected. Okay, Tesla would be moving higher after hours instead of trading sideways. If not for the $5 billion increase in the 2026 capex outlook, according to Piper Sandler, he's the analyst. The previous outlook of 20 billion was already around 2x higher than Tesla's previous peak, and the new outlook of 25 billion illuminates the scale of Tesla's ambition. Since Q1 capex was only 2.49 billion, Tesla's updated guidance implies strongly negative free cash flow for the rest of 2026. Yeah, and Tesla's AI investments are bearing fruit, with the full self-driving subscriptions in particular jumping. Potter reiterated his overnight rating at $500 price target. Interesting. Again, that's an article there on Yahoo if you want to check that out. And yeah, so basically some of the investors don't like the new capex on that. But let's take a look right here. Here we go. If you're at, let's see, Josh, are you also, I think Josh, you're one of the ones that's also in Tesla, right? Let's see. Yeah, Daisy, again, give me a shout out and I can give you some resources and stuff to look at, okay, if you want. So again, Daisy, I'll message you back after the stream. I can give you some resources of things to look at and where to look, stuff like that, okay? All right, there we go. Right now, again, just an update. Tesla is at 373.7 and pre-market, slight rebound, 376.45. And wow, there's a lot of trade volume right now, actually. You can see that it was recently April 10th at, where is it? 338, and then it rebounded all the way up. It passed 400, and then bang, corrected right back down to 371. You can see that right here on the RSI. RSI is right here, very neutral at 48. Look at this trade volume right here. Tesla auto sales rose 20% year over year, boosting revenue, services, and premium. Mix grew, more used car sales, increased service activity, and paid surcharging usage. Volume right now is at 93.9 million, and market cap is at 1.4 trillion. Let's see. To do this. Yes, for example, Stephen, I see your message. Again, if you want more information on that or some ways to, yeah, reach me here and I can give you some more information on that, okay? Otherwise, just enjoy the show and you're in the right place. Hopefully you're getting some benefit from this channel, Stephen. And thank you very much for those likes, the subscriptions and the shares. That does help out. Hope you're enjoying the show. And let me know, Stephen, if you have a company or ticker symbol that you want to look at, just drop it in the comments, okay? Very good. And here we go. Another one I can show you right here very quickly. Again, Stephen, if you're looking for certain things like chart patterns, here's another one. Here's your head, left, right, neckline, and then let's do this. Bring this like this. And you can see how that drops it down right there. Okay, Stephen. And thank you very much, Daisy. I appreciate that. And let's go right over here. Show you a few more while I'm at it. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. Also another one right here. You can see right here how there's the double bottom neckline, and then it does break out and go up. And then right over here, yes, here's another one right here. Here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder and neckline breakout going down. Yeah. Alonzo P, greetings, welcome. Enjoy the channel. If you have a question about a company or a ticker symbol, drop it in the comments. Otherwise, enjoy the show and hopefully it's beneficial to you, okay? And don't worry, this is an educational channel. We're not here to ask you for money. We're not here to sell you anything. Just enjoy and hopefully you get something out of it, all right? But yeah, I can give you more chart patterns if you want, just ask. And let's see, right now, I think Tesla just released Q1. Yeah, so if you're one of the people that was asking me about Q1 and Tesla, Q1 did beat the expectations, but again, it was the CapEx that held many investors back. So Q1, as you can see right here, look there, it did have the earnings beat, and it did beat it for Q4 as well, and annually 2025. For the year 2025, it did actually equal expectations. Pinchung, oh, this is on TradingView, Pinchung. Yeah, if you're wondering where I'm at, that's on TradingView. Okay, so that's Tesla, and let's see, APLD. Okay, again, for those of you who asked about your tickers, I'm getting to them. The next one in line, APLD right here, Applied Digital Corporation. Okay, done. Here we go. Let me put this down here. Okay, Applied Digital Corporation is a technology company which Pinchung. Some parts yes, some parts no. But yeah, good question. Some parts yes, some parts no. Applied Technology is a technology company which engages in the provision of development and operation of data centers which provide computing power and operates through data center hosting businesses. And there we go. So Applied Digital Corporation, pull this over here, and then bring this down right here. Okay, looking right here. Here you are. RSI sitting here at 68, almost overbought. It went up from being almost oversold at 32. Let's see, Pinchung. Just reach out to me right here and I'll get you back with some information after the stream, okay? Okay, and let's see, right now you can see this one just jumped up. It was here at 19. Now it rebounded back up to 36.3. Pre-market, it's at 37.2. Yes. Thank you very much, Daisy. Thank you very much, Pinchong. I like that. Really helps out the channel. Thank you a lot. And then right over here, to everyone who's here, welcome and happy Friday. You've made it one more week. Hope it's been a good one. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And if there's something, if there's a company you want me to look up, feel free to ask. Just put the ticker symbol in the comments. And here we go. Yeah, APLD signed a 15-year lease for 300 megawatts of Delta Forge. Right now, volume is at 55.4 million. Market cap is at 10.39 billion. And if we go here, did they release? Have not released their Q4 or their Q1 yet. Interesting. But yeah, that's APLD. Now somebody asked me about XRP. Here is XRP looking at you. Okay, right now for the person that asked me about XRP, XRP is at 88.59 billion right now, 88.59, and looking here at the RSI, it's sitting here at 55. Very, very neutral on the RSI, and you can kind of see that right now on the price chart right there, sitting very, very neutrally. Okay, and okay, here we go. Right here, YY Group. Yeah, somebody who was it that asked me about YY Group? Here it is for you. YY Group. Here we go. If you're curious about YY Group, operates as a holding company with interest in employment services. It engages in the providing of enterprise manpower, outsourcing, and smart cleaning services. It operates through the cleaning and manpower segments for hotels, shopping malls, etc. So here, YY Group recently was very, very oversold at 16. Now they rebounded up to 31, and they're sitting here. If you look at the price chart, sitting here right now at 1.45. Pre-market they're at 1.48, and If you're looking at their volume, it's at 46.7 thousand, and market cap is at 13.45 million. Yeah, there's that. And you asked me about ServiceNow. Here we go. ServiceNow. Okay, here we go. This is a big one in the news recently. ServiceNow. Lots of people are asking about it. I'm glad you're open to talk about it. Oh yeah, sure. Dan, no problem. Oh, let's see. Someone asked me about Bitcoin as well. We're looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also on the list. Yeah, no problem. So we're gonna go to that too. Thank you very much, Dan. If you have a ticker, just put it in the comments. Let me know. Okay, ServiceNow, for those of you who may not know, engages in the provision of end-to-end workflow automation platform for digital business. Its now platform is cloud-based solution embedded with artificial intelligence and machine learning. Company, let's see, yeah, there we go, ServiceNow. And right here, dun dun dun. Yeah, it has rebounded recently from 83 on up now to 100 and, yeah, well, hold on a second. Yeah, it had rebounded up to 104, but check this. Now it's at 84.7, pre-market it's at 86.61. So it had just rebounded up to 103, then corrected down to 84.7, and it's pre-market it's at 86.68 now, for the person that asked me about that. And if you're looking at the RSI is sitting here at 35. Again, it dropped down. So, and yeah, ServiceNow's Q1 beat revenue estimates, but cut contract growth guidance and lowered full year after Armis acquisition drove profitability headwinds, and the shares plunged about 17% intraday. Yeah, look at all this trade volume right here. Volume wise though, it's at 84.1 million, and market cap is at 87.85 billion. Let's see. Yeah, I appreciate that gift. Thank you very much. That was nice of you. I do appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And if you're looking right here at ServiceNow, let me see if I can give you done. Here we go. That's right over. Let's see if they have a Q1 right here. Q1. If you're looking at ServiceNow's Q1 did actually equal earnings expectations, and Q4 beat it as well. Going back here, ServiceNow, and then also I got asked about SMX. Here we go. Hold on one second. Come on. Yeah, I got asked about SMX security matters. Yeah. SMX is a holding company which engages in the provision of authentication solutions. It offers brand protection, authentication, and track and trace technology. There we go. And it's actually headquartered in Ireland. But right here, let's take a look right here. Yeah, it's actually dropping. Holy smokes. Interesting. For the person that asked me about this is an interesting question. Right now, it's dropping. It's right now at 3.52. Pre-market it's at 3.5. On the RSI, it's basically oversold, sitting there at 30. And yeah, right now the volume's at 1.08 million. Market cap is at 16 million. Thank you for asking about that. Let's go right over here. Okay. And let's see, for the person that asked me about Doge, here's your answer to Doge. Right now it's sitting at 15.16 billion, and RSI is very, very neutral. You can see it's consolidating right now, sitting basically at 50. You can see that in the price chart as well. So for the person that asked me about Doge, yes, it's consolidating, very neutral, and volume's at 1.49 billion. And yeah, if you have other questions, just ask. You asked me about Sophie. Okay, here's your Sophie Technologies. And for those that may not be aware, Sophie right now is a financial services platform which engages in the provision of student loan refinancing options to the private student loan market. It operates through the lending, technology platform, and financial services, etc. Don't we all love student loans? Oh my God, right? And here we go. Yeah, interesting. So right now, Sophie is rebounding. It actually went from 15 on up here to 19. And then pre-market right now, it went from 18 to 18.6, okay? So for the person that asked me about Sophie, and you can see that drop right here, recent drop from almost overbought at 68 down to 53 on the RSI. Yeah, and volume right now is at 51.7 million, and market cap is at 23.3 billion. And for those of you just jumping on here, greetings. Happy Friday. We've made it one more week. Again, my name is James. I'm from the US, from the Midwest. Hope you're having a good time despite the crazy gas prices. We will get into more about the oil and the gas here soon. I wanted to get into the fun stuff and the request first though. But yeah, here we go. That was Sophie. And if you're wondering right now, Sophie, if they got a Q1 yet, they do not have Q1 yet. Okay, that's Sophie. Oh, and the person that asked me about Bitcoin, here we go. Here's your Bitcoin. Bang. Bitcoin sitting here at 78,328, 78,334 at the moment. Showing you. Dan, I do my best. Thank you for your sideways sense of humor. The subtle humor is not lost on me. Okay, and Dan, welcome to the channel. If you have a ticker symbol, feel free to drop it there. Here we go. And right now, if you're looking at Bitcoin, sitting here at 65 on the RSI, and let's see, volume right now is at 286. Yeah, 286, 287. Market cap is at 1.57 trillion. Yeah, there we go. And then right here. Okay, Webull Corporation. Let's check this one out. Webull Corporation, yes. Again, this is the part of our program where we go over some of the requested ticker symbols. So if you have one, just drop it in the comments and enjoy the show. Everything US news, headlines, tickers, and everything in between. And we try to make it fun so that your morning starts out on a good note. Here we go. If you can make the markets fun, I don't know. Dizzy, WTI, got you. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Dizzy. All right, Webull Corporation, for those of you who might not know, engages in the provision of financial services. It offers trading, wealth management, products distribution, market data, and information, user community, and investor education. We all need education, isn't that right? The company was founded, let's see, in Florida. Okay, Webull Corporation. And yeah, it went from, this is a volatile one, it went from oversold at 30 to overbought on the RSI. Right now it's at 70. And right here, if you, let's see, hold on. You move this chart up. It actually started out high and then bang, it dropped down. Here you go. Look at that chart. Isn't that nice? So it recently rebounded from 4 on up to 6.9. And let's see. Pinchung, excellent question. I do like the question. And let's see. Here again, on this educational platform, I just shared the information. I just have to deal with the algorithm that way. But again, if you for specific questions like that, just contact me outside the platform, and I can tell you more about what I see or don't see. Okay. Sorry about that. I know it's inconvenient. I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but that's just the way the platform and the algorithm works. But yeah. So right now pre-market is 7.03, and you can see right here it's actually, yeah, it's correcting. I know right now it's rebounding. Pre-market it's rebounding, okay, but it's actually correcting from yesterday. So thank you very much, Pinchung, for the questions, and I'll do my best to help you out after the show, after the stream. Again, for this Webull, volume right now is at 14.9 million, and market cap is at 3.67 billion. Okay, and if you have other tickets, other ticker symbols, Pinchung, feel free to reach out. And let's see, does this, okay. Webull, and then a poet right here. Done. Poet Technologies. Dun, dun, dun. For those of you who don't know, Poet Technologies engages in the designing, developing, manufacturing, and sale of optoelectronic solutions for the sensing, data communications, and telecommunications markets. It developed Poet Optical Interposer platform, which allows the integration of electronic and photonic devices into a single multi-chip module. Interesting. It's headquartered in Canada. Cool. Poet Technologies. Whoever asked about this, thank you very much for the question. And yeah, Poet eyes the best week in nearly 2 years. Yeah, interesting. Cool. Right here you can see, yeah, a lot of the excitement. It went from 5.3, bang, all the way up here to 12.7. Then it corrected back down to 11, but pre-market Poet's up to 13.4, okay? And look at this trade volume right there. Trade volume is at 45.8 million. Market cap is at 1.79 billion. Look at this RSI. It went from 35, bang, all the way up here to 82, and then it corrected down here to 73. It's still overbought, but look at that. That's why I say these indicators are just guides. They can go way overbought or go way oversold before they ever correct and come down or rebound and go up. So bear that in mind. Yeah, again, the volume 45.8 million, market cap is at 1.79 billion. Do they have a Q1 on this one? Not yet. Okay, interesting. So there's Poet Technologies. And you just asked, let's see, what was it? Daisy, WTI, WTI. Here we go. Let's see, yes. Okay. Oh yeah, talking about oil. Here we go. This is for you, Daisy. Here we go. Right now it's sitting at 92.69. Okay, that's WTI. But they like, yes, they do, Daisy, they do. I know what you mean. It's true. 92.69 right now, Daisy. And on the RSI, it's at sitting here very neutral at 50.53. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, and okay. And yeah, look at all this trade volume right here. Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of, hold on, let me speaking of oil, let me give you an update on oil right now. Let's see. Brent Crude. Oh, interesting. Check that out. Brent Crude. Brent Crude was at 107. Now it's actually retraced back. Brent Crude's at 104. I wonder why it all of a sudden retraced back. If anybody has an update on why Brent Crude just went from 107 back down to 104, was there some kind of news update I didn't get? Let me know. And West Texas Intermediate is actually back down to 94.65. They've also retraced a little bit. If anybody has an update about why the retracement, give me a heads up, please. And now let's take a look. Since we were talking, let's do a checkup here on NVIDIA real fast. We talked about NVIDIA and where was it? Right here. Where was it? NVIDIA and yeah, that was well, anyway. NVIDIA right now, actually, they dropped down to 199. They just went under the $200 threshold point, so they're at 199.64. And pre-market though, they're already back up above. So that $200 threshold market is actually pretty important. Gupinder, thank you very much. Happy Friday and greetings to you. Hope it's been a good week for you. Let me know if you have a ticker symbol that you want to drop in the comments, and have a good one. Let's see, Israel, but they've already had the Israel ceasefire extension. But you know, it's never been much of a ceasefire because, like, where was it? Yeah, look at this. The U.S.-Iran war evolves into naval standoff over Strait of Hormuz after both countries seize ships. This was just an update from yesterday night. So I don't see why the ceasefire would have done anything. But Biznatch, good for you. Miss Omu61, if you want to elaborate on that, or if you can unpack that a little bit, let me know, because yeah, they're supposed to have a ceasefire, but that didn't stop them from firing, right? I had 8K in my 401k brokerage. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Biznatch. Oh, okay. Miss a Music 61. Okay, thanks for the update on that. I thought I had missed something. Okay. Anyway, let's look here. Looking at Nvidia again, pre-market, they're back above 200. They just slipped below 200, 199.64 yesterday, and you can see all the changes right there in that RSI. Isn't that funny? They go right above overbought, and then now they're at 65. Analysts estimate Nvidia could earn about 30 billion from China's AI infrastructure if China approves the broad H200 sales, and Nvidia ships roughly 1.5 million chips this year. Okay, and again, right now, volume for Nvidia is at 113.5 million. Market cap is at 4.85 trillion. And Nvidia, did they release their Q1? No, not yet. Okay, but that's Nvidia. We also we're going to look at Intel as well. Okay, here is your Intel right here. Okay, Intel's in the headlines right now because they just jumped up 20%, and that's, for example, right now. Yeah, right now it's 66. Pre-market Intel is at 85.9. So again, if you're looking at Intel, that's a good day for you. Yeah, and right now the RSI is sitting here at basically 70. Yeah, and they just had 20%. Let me reiterate that. Intel reported first quarter earnings that beat Wall Street's expectations. Revenue rose more than 7%, a sign that the chip maker is finally starting to see some growth. Okay, and yeah, 20% in after hours trading. Yeah, they're at 85.18 right now. Let me know if anyone's into Intel. And did they, yeah, volume right now is, look at this volume. Yeah, right there, volume is at 155.1 million. Market cap is at 335 billion. And right here, let's go to earnings. Bang. Oh yeah, Q1 on Intel. Look at this. Q1 supercharged right past the expectations. I mean, blew it away. Q1, Q4, and Q3, all quarters earnings blew it away. So yeah, again, if you have a company or ticker symbol you want me to look at, drop it in the comments. There we go. And that's Intel. Another one that we were going to look at was also, here we go, Warner. Why? Because Warner just approved the sale of the Paramount Skydance. So let's look at them. Here is Warner. Down there is Warner right there. Okay, here we go. Dun dun dun. Yeah, Warner Brothers shareholders approve Paramount Skydance takeover, $110 billion deal, and bang, look at this. So Warner is basically consolidating right here, sitting at 26.9. Pre-market is still at 26. RSI is down here at 36 basically right now, and the volume is at 20.6 million. The market cap is at 67.4 billion. And let's see. Yeah, they don't have a Q1 out yet. And let me check out Paramount. Yeah, Paramount Skydance. Let's look at them too. And Paramount Skydance right now is sitting at 1.68. Pre-market's at 1.62. RSI is looking here at you at 44, very neutral. And you can see that right here in the price chart as well. And volume right now is at 740,000. Market cap is at 140.81 million. Dan, thank you very much for those likes and the shares. And yeah, for everyone who's doing the subscribing and the liking, I thank you very much. Off the channel, I really appreciate that. If you do enjoy this content, that's one way to show it. So thank you very much for doing that. Paramount right here is at Q1, okay. Um, yeah, and Q2, yeah, there's that. Okay, also we talked about IBM's another one that we had to look at because IBM just tanked as the quarter failed to quell AI concerns. IBM right here, bum, bum, bum. Right here, IBM. Yes, here we go. Yeah, right now, just drop. Yeah, right here. Okay. Yeah, it was sitting here at 254. Then it dropped all the way down here to 231. Yeah, that's a drop. 254 down to 231, and then pre-market it's at 232. Yeah, that's one heck of a drop. And then right here, look at these. Wow, that's a lot of earning. That's a lot of volume, trade volume right there. If, yeah, wow. And then market cap right now is at 216 billion. And if we go here to quarterly, Q1 beat the expectations. Q4 also beat it, so did Q3. The last 3 quarters beat the expectations. IBM 2025 beat the expectations on the year. And also, here, another one that we're going to look at was Micron. I get a lot of questions about this one too. Micron and you. Yeah. 1 second. Let me grab some water. Yeah. Let me know what your plans for the weekend are. Happy Friday once again. And here we are taking a look at Micron. Dun, dun, dun. And yeah, Micron is up 52% year to date. And let's see, let me put my glasses on. Year to date. And they hit a 52-week intraday high of $493.62. They closed 1% lower. The traders cite strength from AI and data center memory demand. Again, if you're curious what we're looking at, that's TradingView. If you go to the bottom right, there's some info there for you as well. And right here, you can see this rebound. It went from 318 all the way up here to 318, up here to 481. And then pre-market right now, pre-market Micron is at 493. Okay, so it went from 481 to now pre-market 493. Yeah, and right, look at this RSI. It went from 31, almost oversold. Now it's at 67. And right here, volume is at 38.18 million. Market cap is at 543 billion. And right here, yeah, quarterly, yeah. So Q1 beat the expectations, earnings expectations, and so did Q2. And then right here, going back to Micron, let's look at right here. We also talked about TSMC because they just jumped to a record high. Let's take a look right there. TSM. Yeah, let me erase my marks here. Yeah, TSM. They're at 382, but pre-market they are at 396. Okay, 382, 396. Look at that jump. Yeah, right here in this, and they're not even overbought yet. Our RSI, if you're looking at the RSI, they're only at 62, and wow, recently they were at 315, and then bang, 382, now 396. Let me know if you think they're going to hit 400 by next week. That would be interesting. And volume-wise, look at this trade volume. Lots of that. 12.2 million. Market cap is at 1.71 trillion. And here we go. And then down here, bum, bum, bum. Quarterly, Q1 beat expectations. So did Q4. And Q3, actually, TSMC for the whole year of 2025, year over year, beat the earnings expectations. And then right here, that's Taiwan Semiconductor. If you want more information about them, just ask. And also, again, we talked about Meta cutting 8,000 jobs and Microsoft offering buyouts to the staff as AI spending cuts hit big into tech workers. So here we go. We talked about Microsoft already. Let's go here to Meta. Meta. Right here. Meta platforms. And right here, yeah, looking right here at Meta, they're at 659. Pre-market, they're already up to 662. You can see that right here, 524. This was on March 31st where they were super oversold. 21 on the RSI, and then bang, they jumped up to 70 when they hit that 692 point. And then they've corrected down to 659, and on the RSI, they're sitting here at 59. But yeah, pre-market, they're back up to 662. And that's, again, the markets love it when there's layoffs. The stock just goes up. Meta plans up to 135 billion in 2026 in AI infrastructure spending to support Muse Spark and upcoming AI model rollouts, signaling major capital deployment and tech scaling relevant to orders. And volume-wise, it's at 11.6 million. Market cap is at 1.67 trillion. And then if we go over here, look at the earnings side of it right here. Quarterly, they don't have a Q1 out yet, but let's go over here to where you can see some of the revenue, profit, income. If you're looking at Meta, the last 3 years, even the last 2 years, revenue, profit, and income has been good, except for 2025 when the net income was negative. But again, let's go back over here. Meta, we talked about them. Let's also talk about Microsoft. Oh yeah, we have to talk about Palantir. I get a lot of questions about Palantir also, and I had that headline there because, yeah, what do you think about that one? Does anybody have any thoughts about the Minneapolis campaigners pressed the Swiss National Bank to dump Palantir investments? If you have any questions or any thoughts about Palantir, what they're doing, let me know, okay? But here we go. This is Palantir, and they were at 126. For example, let me spread this out here. You can see it better. Recently, they were at 155. Then they dropped almost in 2 days all the way down to 127. Then they rebounded straight up to 152, and now they just yesterday they just dropped down again. They dropped down all the way from 152 all the way down here to 141. Bang, in 1 day. So volume right now is at 58.65 million. Market cap is at 338 billion. And then right now also they're pretty neutral, sitting there at 48 on the RSI, relative strength index. And let me see if I can actually pull up some of these chart patterns for you. Yeah, if you're looking for a couple quick chart patterns to see, here is your head. Wait, hold on, let me put this out of the way over here. Here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder, neckline that pushes it down. And then here's your double bottom with neckline to push it up right there. And also we have more right here. Here's your, okay, basically right here you have your double bottom, and here's your double bottom neckline to push that back up. Again, many different types of chart patterns. If you want more of this, just ask, okay? And looking here at Palantir's earnings, they don't have a Q1 out yet, but Q4 beat it. So Q3 actually 2025 earnings beat for the whole year. And okay, that's Palantir. Also talked about Intel and IBM ServiceNow and Honeywell. Yeah, let's do Honeywell right here. Honeywell. Boom, boom, boom. Again, if you have a company or a ticker symbol that you want me to look at, just drop it in the comments. And I'm happy to take a look at it for you. Okay, here we go. Honeywell. Honeywell, why are we looking at them? Because they also, they missed their Q1 revenue forecast, and so they actually dropped a little bit as well. Let's see that. Yeah, they went from, oh yeah, here we go. Recently, they were at 231, and then they dropped all the way down to 208. Pre-market though, they're back up to 213, okay? And you can see that here in the RSI as well. They went from neutral all the way down to 32. And Honeywell to spin off aerospace on June 29th while continuing restructuring, sold productivity solutions for 1.4 billion and agreed to sell warehouse and workflow solutions. Right here, let me see. Let me spread this out a little bit. Here we go. And let's see. Volume right now is at 8 million. Market cap is at 135 billion. And right here, earnings Q1 actually did beat the expectations, 2.45. And if you look over here at the statements wise, annually, 2025, revenue, profit, income was all good except for net income was negative for Honeywell. Let's see. Yeah. And then right here, Nike. Oh yeah, we have to take a look at Nike. Nike just cut 1,400 jobs in the second round of layoffs this year. That's another company that's dropping right now. They've had a lot of problems recently. Here they go. Yeah, if you're looking at Nike, it's been quite the downward fall. Yeah, boom. And here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, yeah, they recently went from 53 down to 42. They've corrected a little bit. They're at 44.78, and pre-market they're at 44.95. But yeah, they've done a lot of falling recently. And you can see that the RSI went all the way down to 19 and then rebounded back up to 40, but right now it's back down to 34. Yeah. And Nike beat Q3 earnings and revenue, but warned that sales will decline through the fiscal year as part of its turnaround and will restore full year guidance at an investor day this fall. Yeah. So right now volume is at 17.4 million. Market cap is at 66.31 billion. If you look here, do they have a, no, they don't have Q4, they don't have Q1 yet. Interesting. Yeah, but there's that. And also ServiceNow, Honeywell, Nike. Oh yeah, Starbucks loyalty program changes are drawing value conscious customers back. I wanted to share you this one because Starbucks SBUX right here has been coming back. If you look at this chart, okay, look right here. Yeah, as I zoom this out, look at this from where was it? March 27th. It was at 86, and now it's rebounded all the way back up to 99, and pre-market it's still at 99. So yeah, that's a nice rebound right there. RSI went from 31 all the way up here to 60. Yeah. Volume is at 4.52 million. Market cap is at 113 billion as well. And see, I promised that we talk about some of the gold and silver and how they're doing in regards to oil prices. Oil prices, Brent at 104, 104.4. Yeah, it's not going, it's hovering on 104 right now. And with that, what you see is as the value of oil goes up, so does the dollar. And since gold and silver are valued in dollars, they go down inversely. So right now, gold has dropped all the way down to 4,707, and silver sitting at 75.7. Very interesting. And how does that affect the miners? Well, they've probably also corrected. Let's look at a few big mining companies. Freeport is one of them. Take a look here at Freeport McMoran. That's a big miner. If you have questions about gold or silver as well, feel free to reach out. It's something I really enjoy. So right here, if you look, Freeport McMoran, the last 2 days, they have dropped all the way from 69 down to 61, as can be expected. Look at that on the RSI, went from overbought at 70 down here to 44. And yeah, volume is at 38.7 million. Market cap is at 88.3 billion. Yeah. Another one I can show you, it's Freeport. Let's see, Newmont is another big one. They've probably also corrected because of the, yeah, if you look right here, not too much, but they are correcting nonetheless. Here, let me spread this out a little bit. Yeah, right over here, they went from 121 and they've gone down to 110. Yeah, on Tuesday they actually dropped 113, about 4 points. But yeah, so Newmont's dropping, and let me give you one more. Rio Tinto is another big one. Yeah, Rio Tinto actually hasn't dropped; it's just staying the same. But let me look at another one for you. Pan American Silver, right here. Yeah, Pan American Silver. This one's correcting too. Not a whole lot, but nonetheless, 58 down to 55. It is indeed a correction. You look at that, the RSI, very neutral there. Bang. And then volume is at 4.7 million. Market cap is at 23.25 billion as well. And let's see. Also another one I can give you. Here's one right here. Another headline. Right here. The Dow Incorporated CEO says clearing the Strait of Hormuz logjam will take almost a year. So even when this thing does get settled, it's going to take a while for this to get cleaned up. I thought we'd take a look here at Dow Incorporated right here. Dow Incorporated, yeah. Dow Incorporated, bang. What is Dow Incorporated? It is a holding company which engages in the development of innovative solutions. It operates through packaging and specialty plastics, etc. But their CEO mentioned that, yeah, things are going to take a while to fix this thing. But yeah, they're actually rebounding at the moment. But yeah. And here's another headline. Americans cut spending due to higher gas prices and see no relief in sight. Let me know where you are cutting some spending. Is it in entertainment? Is it travel? Is it essential items, groceries, medical care? How do these gas prices affect you the most? And is it going to change your spring travel plans, your summer travel plans, your vacation plans? How is it going to affect you the most? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Send me a message if you want. You can, if you're watching on YouTube, you can go to my YouTube homepage. There's a link there where you can contact me. If you're watching on TikTok, you can contact me right here. Have a great day. I'll be on a little bit later, but thank you all for the likes, the comments, the shares, and everything else. Hope you enjoyed the show.